The Wish Grantor. Print copyright 2016 by First Class Press. Video copyright 2018 by Mousegate Press. Written by Meaghan, Cote. Illustrated by Andres Manzano Torres. And narrated by Jessica Meyer. The Wish Grantor. A wolf with fur a shimmering silver, eyes the color of gold. Many have heard his legend, few have seen him. Those who have may have one and only one wish. Some have searched for him out of selfish greed, wanting richness and power, while others wished only for a meal on the table each night. Many seek out the wish grantor in the hopes of selling him to the highest bidder. They even capture look-alikes in the hopes of making a profit. But anyone lucky enough to see this magical lone wolf knows he would be impossible to capture, for once caged he would simply disappear. With his magic he was uncatchable. Others seek answers about how he came to be. Some say his powers were granted by the gods in hopes of spreading kindness to the hearts of humanity. The first time this legendary wolf appeared, he was nothing more than a pup, unaware of his own powers. Yet he was so different from the rest of the wolves, no one wanted to play with him. They sensed he was not like them. Having no friends, the young pup would often wander alone in the valley, chasing scurrying rabbits and lapping from cool trickling streams. One cold, snowy night the pup came across a group of weary travelers lost in the valley forest. The young wolf pup heard them wish to find a way home, and he acted. With a small yip he set out through the brush, which seemed to call him forward. With each sure step he took, a path formed behind him. The travelers followed this path, sometimes catching glimpses of this unusual wolf cub, until they reached the road leading home. And thus began the legend of the Wish Grantor. Decades passed, his old pack long gone, him still alone. The Wish Grantor was much larger than any other wolf. This kept other wolves from approaching. His magic made him different not only in size and coloring, but his lifespan was much longer than any other wolf or human. Through the decades, only a handful of humans succeeded in finding him. The wolf would grant each a wish, hoping that his kindness would spread and might even return to him in the form of a friend and companion. One cold night, much like that first night of magic, the wish grantor slept in his den, deep in the valley forest, far from any stray human, or so he thought. This night a young girl stumbled into his den, lost and shivering and dirty. At first she feared him, his shimmery coat, his golden eyes, the sheer size of him, but with his magic he soothed her, telling her she would not be harmed. He explained his powers, and how he could grant her any one wish. But the young girl was curious. She knew wolves traveled in packs. The wish grantor told his tale, sharing how he has been alone all these years. "You have no friends to play with? No family to visit?" the girl asked. "No," the wolf replied. "And you say you can grant me any wish I want?" "Yes." "Then, Mr. Wish Grantor, I think you have been by yourself long enough. My wish for you, noble wolf, is for you to never feel lonely again," the young girl said. It was the first time that the wish grantor had kindness returned to him. Finally, with this young girl's generous wish, the wolf's deepest desire came true. To show his gratitude, the wolf led the girl back home, following the smell of her humans. She did not tell anyone that she had met the legendary wish granter, only that she'd made a new friend who helped her find her way out of the forest. The wolf was now alone again, but he was happy to have met such a kind heart. And, just a few days later, the lone wolf found himself a mate. Years later, if one were to see the wish granter, they would never find him alone, but with his mate and his own pack. He would still grant wishes when he was approached by humans, but first they had to find him. The end.